All right, guys, went over the rules in the back. Protect yourself at all times and obey my commands. Touch gloves, let's do this.
Odds courtesy of Bet Online. They just keep getting more crazy, Michael. Bryce Meredith is a 500-to-1 favorite. The comeback on Jay Viola is plus 1,800. Bryce Meredith with the red tape and Jay Viola the blue tape. Meredith said he was going to come out hot again like he did in his first fight. And we've got rapid fire to this opening round.
Yeah, if I'm Bryce Meredith, though, don't throw caution to the wind and just try to pursue a quick finish on the feet. Viola's tough, he's game. He can catch you with a hard punch, and that's what he should do right there. Great timing on that low kick to find a great entry for a takedown.
On the back now of Viola, struggling to get up, and Meredith pulls him back into his world. Meredith wanted to fight again, but he popped his MCL last summer. It took some time to get back, but he said this is going to be a big year for him. He'd like to fight 4 times.
Loving the ball and chain ride right now. You can see that Meredith has stepped over Viola's left leg with his right leg, tying up that leg, and he'll tie up the far wrist with his right hand, and it'll open up great entries for that left punch. But this is the worst position to be in, Ron, getting rode by a high-level wrestler. It's just smothering. It's disheartening. And look at the creativity from Bryce Meredith as he's working an armbar with his left hand and punching with his right. I mean, this is what makes him the misfit. He has his own style.
And he connects on the breakaway. Viola, though, give him credit, getting this fight back up on its feet. Meredith training at the El Nino Training Center under Gilbert Melendez. My man Gil, if you're watching tonight, see you soon. Bryce Meredith training with the Killers at the MMA Lab. John Crouch in his corner tonight, and another takedown by the 3-time All-American wrestler Bryce Meredith.
Yeah, that was a beautiful left hook. Right when he landed the left hook, he's found a nice entry for that double leg. Finds himself in Viola's half guard. I mean, there's so many things that Bryce Meredith is doing right now, and I think that right now it's good for him to get octagon time. It's good for him he could probably rush a finish and really try to put Viola out, as tough as he is, as much praise as I'm giving him for his grit. If Bryce wanted to put the pedal to the metal, there's a good chance that he could put him out. So I think it's important for these young fighters to find opportunities to get octagon time without putting yourself in harm's way.
Meredith already 2 for 2 on takedown attempts. Reach the midway point of round number 1. Ron Kruk and Michael Chiesa with you from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, LFA number 128. Glad you could be a part of the action on UFC Fight Pass.
Viola did a good job using that butterfly sweep, but Bryce was savvy to it, spun around, and I like what Bryce is doing. He's tying up not an arm bar like a jiu-jitsu style arm bar, but a wrestling style arm bar where some people might refer to it as a chicken wing, but he's getting that arm bar, and then he's punching with his other hand, and you don't really see a lot of guys do it. I love the creativity from Bryce Meredith.
26 years old, originally from Cheyenne, now fighting out of Phoenix, Arizona, and wow, dropping some hammers.
Yeah, he is. And it's crazy because Bryce really fights the way he used to wrestle. When he wrestled, he had his own style. He always would start the matches just right from the get-go, 0 to 100, just being very creative, having, getting in these crazy scrambles. And it's the creativity, Ron. I can't emphasize it enough. The guys, that's what's going to make him be such a bright prospect within this sport, is because he's going to start to do things that people have never seen, and he's doing it tonight. I've never seen a guy tie up an armbar like that and punch with his free hand.
Pretty slick, for sure. Veteran move. He talked about that victory over Merrill back at LFA 108. He ate a big shot and was in some trouble. Said, hey, it was great. I dealt with some adversity. I took a big shot. I had to survive a choke. Coach John Crouch was not too happy that he stood there in the pocket and took that shot, but lesson learned.
Yeah, I mean, he made a big mistake. As a striker, you never want to stand square with your opponent. He came walking into the pocket, changing stances, and his opponent caught him standing square with his hips parallel to him, and it just sat him down. And you got to address those things, Ron, before you get to a higher level, because you start fighting guys at the top of the division here in LFA, you get caught with a punch like that, you're not going to make it out of here. You're not going to make it out of here with the win. So it was good for him. It gave him something to build off of.
20 seconds to go. Jay Viola hanging on for his dear life as Bryce Meredith swarming and smothering the 47-year-old.
Yeah, I love the way he's using the wrestling style rides. He's getting the ball and chain. He's getting the leg rides. He's tying up the wrist. He's incorporating the wrestling style rides with his ground and pound.
Meredith, a dominating round, landing 37 of 60 strikes for 62% strike accuracy, and went 2 for 2 with his takedowns. There's head coach John Crouch giving him instruction, and we'll take a look at the highlights from the opening round.
Yeah, really did a good job faking the left hook, changing levels, and that's what you got to do to create these openings. Is you throw the punches to get them to bring their arms up, and it opens up the legs. Lands a really nice knee there on the break, followed up with the right hand, and then this one's really slick. I mean, look at the level change to the left hook. He goes 2 to the body, 3 upstairs, and right when Viola wants to return fire, gets in on that double leg, runs him down to a hip, gets on top, and basically that's the way the rest of the round was spent. But I like that Bryce Meredith is getting time in the octagon, because it's vital as you're making your way up to get octagon time.
So if you are in the corner of Jay Viola, Michael, what are you telling him for this second round?
I'm going to tell him to start fishing for some uppercuts and try to get Bryce to engage in a dirty boxing situation like they did to open the fight, because, you know, Bryce collar tied him and started landing short shots, and that's the best way for Viola to find a way to land offense of his own, is to get Bryce to get in the pocket with him.
And these two once again start with rapid fire. High kick blocked from Meredith. Jay Viola has his brother David in his corner tonight.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Good.
You can tell Bryce loose, he's feeling himself a little bit. You can tell he's trying to set something up here. Right as I say that, he gets to a really nice double leg, this time against the fence.
I mean, he planted Viola up against the cage wall and then took him to the mat. This is where he had some success with those short, sharp shots.
Yeah, and look what he's doing now. He's going back, like I said, he's going back to this ball and chain. That's a hard position for somebody that hasn't wrestled. It's hard for them to deal with. You don't know whether to fight the wrist or to try to get your leg free, and it's led to him now getting back control. Both hooks in, as in wrestling terms say, he's got the boots in. He's got the boots in, he's going to work.
I love it.
But this time he's not looking for a pin, he's looking for a finish.
Tough position for Jay Viola.
Oh, he's going arm triangle now. He's going arm triangle, and for Viola he wants to try to do the telephone defense, or it looks like he's answering the telephone, but a guy like Bryce Meredith is going to have a tremendous squeeze, and that's not the best choice of defense.
Choke is real tight. He's got plenty of time to work this submission. Jay Viola hanging on and survives.
If I'm Bryce Meredith, instead of hunting for submissions, I would like to see him get back-to-back control, get both hooks in, and try to flatten Viola out and pound him out. Instead of trying to hunt for submissions, you get your legs in, you arch your back to where you can pin his stomach on the ground to where he can't roll away, and you just start pounding away and force the ref to stop the fight.
Well, I do want to give Jay Viola a lot of credit. He took this fight on only 6 days' notice. Very vocal about recovering from a heroin addiction, battled the addiction for years. He's been sober for almost a decade. He runs a drug and alcohol treatment center in San Francisco now, Marina Harbor Detox. He's got some of his friends and family watching tonight. And like you said, Michael, fighters are not running into the octagon to face Bryce Meredith, so props to Jay Viola.
Yeah, big props to Jay Viola. I mean, he jumped through a ton of hoops just to get to this moment, and you can see he's game, he's tough. You know, he's not just hanging in there, he's still trying to win this fight. He's trying to fish for a Kamaru right now. He's trying to find a way to get Bryce Meredith off his game. You know, and I asked Bryce Meredith, and I asked all these guys who are on the fighter meetings, like, do you have a chip on your shoulder from not achieving the ultimate goal? I mean,
great question.
We have 3 guys on the card that All-American, and for people back home that are watching, to become an All-American means you place top 8 at nationals,
Right.
and that's so hard to do. And Bryce Meredith was on the brink of winning nationals twice. He found himself in the finals twice. And he definitely said that that played a big part in why he's wanting to pursue mixed martial arts fully and wholeheartedly. This kid wants to become a champion. He wants to have gold wrapped around his waist because he didn't get that gold medal at the national tournament.
Such a great question, and all the wrestlers were very open to discussing it. Meredith said those losses hurt me, and it really, you know, he lost some of the love for the sport for a little bit. Had to fight those demons. He needed a new thrill, and he has found it with mixed martial arts.
Well, I mean, he's a smart kid, too. I mean, you talk to...
Nice shots there landing from Bryce Meredith. Sorry, Mike.
Oh, you're fine. Jay Viola, though, he's still returning fire.
Yes, he is. We have seen him in some wars.
And he just stuffed a takedown, starting to find a little bit of success.
A little bit of blood now trickling from the nose of Jay Viola as Meredith continues to let his fist fly. Finding his target and then goes back to the takedown.
Jay Viola is just like that tough old junkyard dog. You know, he's still got a ton of fight left in him. I mean, he's getting hit with some hard
100%.
shots, and he's not wavering. You know, maybe that plays a part, Ron, with him battling addiction. You know, maybe the mental struggles that he's been through are what make him so tough in these harsh moments in a fight where a lot of other guys would just shell up and just force the ref to stop the fight. He's mentally tough. That's what keeps him in these fights.
Let me ask you this as we're wrapping up round number 2. Mike Cox on Twitter, we appreciate you watching, my man, and tweeted out. Maybe
Yeah, they do. Viola's a gamer, dude. You gotta appreciate a guy like that says, hey, I'm still in this fight.
That was classic. The ringside physician just shakes his head. I wish he would have said, well, what do I know? I'm just a doctor. Round 3 action. Oh, big knee from Bryce Meredith lands, and now Jay Viola in some trouble.
He is in some trouble, but he's still staying in the fight.
Firing.
He's got to be careful, though. The refs, he's taking some hard shots, Ron.
Yeah, absolutely. All seriousness, you've got to take a look, and Aaron Menard is taking a good look at this. Fighters' safety is the key, and Jay Viola's eating some shots now.
He's too tough for his own good, Ron. And
Yeah,
look, as much as we're having a laugh about the fans and them wanting to keep him in the fight, look, this might be a moment where your cornerman stops the fight for you. Take the job out of the ref's hands.
Great point.
And just throw the towel in. Live to fight another day.
Because there's no quitting Jay Viola. We know that. But right now, he is taking a beating, and good stoppage by our referee, Aaron Menard.